Ghana dishmai mai mamunyina ajo emamwakwaba eha ewunua 95.1 FM menunsia ekase bobre ena aso aide eba besomo no ye ka wo se ensemo aide eba no ya twuru nyina e obrofo kasemu ye akwa kogu www.onuaonline.com www.onuaonline.com eno e obrofo kasemu de ya wogi adagea na wadwodwo ho na wakwa kopebi akenkan se de be ya wonsu behunu de ekro ewo wo my Ghana mu ha no mo na ensem no wuyi www.onuaonline.com de ni free ho no mo a ya sanso edibi akogu Facebook ne so ya eno ye ntintan video so awoba woni e baba bidi kasubum eye wonua 95.1 FM onua 95.1 FM obe like ye page no e de amayen afin so wadwenkyira wo e wo yensem yi hu no obetimi e de gu ho no mo ebre papa mu no ye bekenkan e de 95.1 na afin so wemia share no so se de be ya ye bekọ ye nimu e wo kasebo no emu ensem no edoso na de edi mu akotene ene anwumre no eno nso ebi na mba bebo so e de akyerewe wo bete se ene yesu obi akro petition e de akwa Yura John Dramani Mahama ese electoral commission Mami Jane Mensa ene woni a wudi na chimbienu ebe ya enkayenyu wonfiri wondi breso nanso obi antirimu abobe wonim amanyosem ya eye political analyst woni atwehwe nkoma a wose be ya nkoma mpanyi John Dramani Mahama wunya se nipa miensa ne ka woni wondwuma edi be nti eni nipa kro no wo kanesa eno efiri hono mu a obesa nso ate e wo kasebo yi mu se woloye ni a wugina mu diama kpandai electoral obi oye mrahye bedwani Yura Mati wunyindam wose ewum se Tamale High Court ahye se abato no yensa 95.1 nanso wose wako appeal ya ensem nuguso ewo court enu nti akitafo nyina no wonka wakoma emfanto wonyem enu firi hono mu a yenkase boyi mu no besa nso atese sitag woni a wo kyekere akyekirefo ade wonkabu muku yesi enei wode won niema nyina egu fam a wosenya ade obekwa akokira ade bi mu ede be na asie na afin sukra no sunsanso ben ena ede ebre amamfo a woji ade kire wo sampotamo no ensem no edoso anunti e wose yegibre na yede enchimu no ema osisi ya
FM 95.1
Ewe anunti yenyebre na yemfa ensem no enchechirimu ensomo donhwe baako entamo ena anwumre mi a matenase namde ensem ne eba besomo no ye frame Abubakar Sarpong ensem enchirimu ena edidiswe ye hyase a na ye hyase e de free electoral commission akache na ene ade chinyi a ye sensem aba beto montene so se ubi atro petisa e de akwa Yura John Dramani Mahama esebe ya electoral commission Mami Jane Mensa woni ekitafo miinu no ye nhwehwe ye wonsemu na ye mpamo mfiri ndibie so ifise ene mebu hono mo a wo ya ye se ense emfata opanya ye se watro sa krata no a eye petisa de akwa mampanyi no yesi wo ye adwuma e wo komisa ho no mu ebi ne ye friend wura Joseph Blankson
adwuma 95.1
yesi watro sa enkrata no enuti hu nsem no aba beto montene so na eno ena political analyst wura Samuel Oseipoku woni onuafo twetwe sa ensemi hu nkomo papa ni tirimu abobe eba amanyosem hu nsem hu a na ye no twetwe nkomo na wo tirimu se ebe ya enkomampanyi John Dramani Mahama wonya sa mpanimfiemiensa na woni wondwuma adenti no wura yi kansa wose Madam Jane Mensa woni na bedwafo anaso cross na chitafo mienu two deputies no Dr. Bosman Eric Kasare ena afi wura Samuel Tete no ifi so befa abanwa ntena so no wono nkwa na dwene mu de won hu se wadi dwuma bi a kire se woka ko benkum na so woka ko nifa so obu ne beka se wo ye bias anaso ndwumadi no eho ente anunti political analyst wura Samuel Oseipoku sebeya sa petition no a yesu biatro no Yura John Dramani Mahama wonhwe no ma niema ntoto yie na nka wunya sa mpanimfo emiensa na wuni wondwuma di intro panyi kansa no yenhwe na yentie bi
say a baby to me is not easy to provide me about for Badia, not a father, which like I say, or with Medino, Akoso, I need more bias, and I say, in one them to say, a batter to a banner. Oya bana we no na edin kunim emu position be din kunim tino there will be said the amateur at the fabric no so we to share election so ma ka ye manantia se ba ya ye man pani da don do mani Muhammad be ko nyanji mu dia na fabric no mu di omu duma yi
panyin ya oni yen etwetwe sa enkomu no woni Owura Samuel anaso kra se Owura Samuel Oseipoku ya wo ye political analyst na numu nsem ne yitie no na wo sidie ntira wo sanso kan sa ne ba kon ene se se emra no da ho no mu pefe se amamfa okuta sa adibrebie Supreme Court judge for Chief Justice for Electoral Commission for emra wo ho se ebededi so ndwumedie enso ani anase bibia tochema wo ho enunti yentu on ade so a sede emra etie no obi betro petition yebeti abadwaku yebe mu hwehwemu ni ade enunti onipa kora watro petition no ya wode akoma mampanyin no emra ta ekirede nanso se nkono nkoa na dwene mu a ewum se emra eta ekire nanso se wondwumedie no enya enko binkum anase enko nifa no ebeya yenya wonu nu ndwuma afensu kora ne se koba se mampanyin bi ebebe bia no yese obi ayisei enunti yempam no ne yapam no a ebeba abaye ese bia yetwa ede ato ho no mu a emwa na afensu wo menyi ka bi mame ka bia membu no se ka se beko no saa enya ade a ibesisi so enunti se yehwe nenka igya wo mo yi wadwuma a ebeboa yegusu ene saa political analyst opanyi etwetwen enkomo yensantie no
mehuni se emra no makwan se obi hwe se imade bia yempanifo bi di just of petitions na o akwanya to betu petition o mampanyi na nfi mu akoso na no kwete ye oka no mu a ye be nipa na fi ona ye me hu ni say ye ya na too political and ya be ade abeda ho say ye institutional leaders no ya aba na se be yakose nipa bi achi na
Onua FM 95.1
emma ye kabine o manye tire no eni nipa no eden ya baby de beba so na se ni die kwa ni mu dia den ye petition ni the constitution na my parliament ni pro me hu ni say we should always ensure continuity na bon na o man no to the next na konani
Owura Oseipoku eye opanyi bia ni trimu abobe efa amanyosem ho nsem a ye be frɛ ne sɛ wo ye political analyst anunti saa ensem a efa electoral commission mame Jean Mensa ene na chitafo minu sɛ yesi ye mpam wo no ho nkomo no opanyi ni yen etwetwe no na wo san so kan bi de to so ɛsɛ wono nko ana dwene mu dia enka obeka bibi na wode ato omampanyi John Dramani Mahama itirimu sɛ na Roma wonhwe na anamusi a opese busi efasanse ni hu no wonhwe na enye die ebewie wo my Ghana eyie yensanso entie no
na wo hwa yakɔwe we nyina ye bra na yi ani pɛ mo be di djuma wo abato committee ko no me ban se be brege se ye MPP fo ene do ma be di sa akɔnya na na se sa position ne depo anya no ma anya se to the current government so etino be omunya de bia ye girum die kese anase abo mana so paade ya menu se ka petition we no ye papa John Dramani Mahama he na nka e dia onhwe na so mudo nko aye dia ye maintain wo mu ne mu so mudo madie no so e na be ha o mana dia ene na me dia se petition no emu wo nsusu ni na so papa so nenso no be omudo madie me se de me de the more na ni pa na twa wo na experience
Onua FM 95.1
Openya yete ne nka no woye owura Osei Poku ya woye political analyst na numu nsem ne ditu dwa no efa ne petisa ya yese akwakoto mampanyi John Dramani Mahama akache na yese obi ese electoral commission Madam Jane Mensa woni na chitafo ni pamiyinu no wodwumadi etochema enunti yempam won no eho adwenkyere na yede asomo no yekọ yanim ewo kaseboi emu a na yede ensem foforo na ebrewo enenso ababe tudwa ese electoral commission aso kwasa batwa yeto no afi 2024 ni mu no Pandai parliamentary election no yenim se eni opanya wote edwa no so a yeso ni mu se wadi enkunim no woni owura Matthew Nyindam ya woye MPP amanyuku din mu a wo emrahye bedwafi sisi a na ababe to dwa se Tamale High Court ahye se sa abatu e course wo no yenhwe na yensan so ento ne foforo wo sa Pandai abato mpasua no eso ifi se opanyina woni MPP amanyuku ni no ekoti ginaye wo ntokwan mu no owura Daniel Nsala Wakpao yese wante ne ho asekra ema free se abato no mu aye ebeto bepem samri no abato ne ho nsem no ene nam court dendendene ya Tamale High Court wode na timu aba ese yensan so ento aba no foforo na yensan so nkenkai se de be ya yebehunu ni papoti ya 95.1 nim ewo abato no emu sa opanyi ya woye Daniel Nsala Wakpala no yese woye former MP ewo empotamu ho no mu enunti abato ni mu aye no wante ase na wode kokoto a eni sa aginesie no aba enunti ni nyina mu no opanyi ya woye lawyer ni edema owura ni kapo ado wono eneye lawyer ni edema opanyi a eni asem no akọ ama no ewo aseni ni mu no wode na dwenkyere tuja efa atemu anaso krase agency court no asie ne ho yentie no.
For us, our case before the court was very simple. We had a rogue electoral commission district electoral officer who decided to abuse discretion. Now, what is important and that why this case is significant is that
Onua FM 95.1
every district election collation center, there are certain rights that are preserved for the candidates. Now, when the polling station closes, you move to the district collation center, and that's the parliamentary collation center, and certain things can be done there, including asking for a recount of even the polling station. Now, when you say that there are disturbances at the collation center, the law is clear that you either adjourn it to the next day or you can adjourn it even for a week. But you don't relocate the district or redesignate the collation center without notice to the participating candidates. And then you, when you are brought to court, decide that you are going to support one side against the other, making allegations that
Onua FM 95.1
passing hooligans to the place to come and destroy property and also to engage in acts which were inconsistent to the election laws. When the district election officer was put in the box, he could not even point one, even his own videos, to show that indeed the petitioner had done any of those things. So clearly, our point was very simple. The failure to notify the petitioner of the relocation and redesignation of the collation center meant that clearly there was no way he could have participated in the collation and to be able to exercise his rights, which included serious irregularities which we brought to the court. So in the fairness of the entire thing, including the ample evidence that there was complete destruction of the biometric verification system and all that, the only alternative would be to rerun the election. And so we are very happy that the court has ordered that within 30 days, the election should be rerun.
Onua FM 95.1.
It is for them to decide who their MP is. And you cannot be a beneficiary of such an incident and call yourself an MP. That is out of the question. So the alleged MP, who has now been clearly exposed as not being the MP elect, was a beneficiary of a rigged system by the district election officer. And I will appeal to the petitioner and the NDC election committee to ensure that that district election officer does not return back to that position, because he can cause mayhem in this country if he's allowed to do so.
Ewe openya yete nene CCA no wono woye woloye ni a ugina mu ede ama NDC amanyokuo ne ba ugina abato ni mu no de asem ne court a eni Tamale High Court ahyese yensan so nto abanfofo
Onua 95.1
yete nenka CCA no ye fenu ni kpaku ato wakasa edema petitioner no afi yensan so enti wura Rashid computer one ye deputy director of elections edema NDC amanyukuo no ebra aseni no ekọ se de ekọ ye no wono so nenu asem a wode to nsentwefo animo yenti
for having done justice to the good people of Pandai. All along, the NDC has been saying that there are several crooked electoral officers who are bent on stealing people's mandate. And one of it is what has been exposed today. We said it time and again that the seat of Pandai was the seat for the NDC. They rigged the election, and we've been saying it time and again that we will continue to expose crooked electoral officers who will continue to rig election. We will stop them. We will make sure that the NDC will prevent such rigging machinery of the then MPP.
Onua FM 95.1.
Clearly, the CI 127, if you look at Regulation 43, 1A up to H, spell out how collation of parliamentary election is done. You collate results based on two forms. We have from 1C and then from 1D. You assemble the results and from 1C and then put the summaries on from 1D and declare the results. This was not done. They didn't do that. They just organized themselves, ran to Tamale, cooked some results, and announced Mindam as a parliamentary candidate elect. This is what they did. And that is why we make sure that we follow through the process. The NDC is the most lawful political party in Ghana. We didn't use lawless means to get this verdict. We made sure that we follow through the process, and we have gotten favorable judgment. I can assure you, we are appealing to our opponents, the MPP.
Onua FM 95.1.
Because we will hand them some heavy defeat. If they if they still want to have some kind of respect to the good people of Ghana, they should chicken out how they chicken out in Tamale Central. Otherwise, our election machinery, you can see my regional minister is here, my presidential staffer, my candidate is here. We are going home. I'm sending the verdict back to National Secretariat. We are going to prepare. They've given us 30 days. We are ready. Even tomorrow, we are ready for it. We are going to make sure that the seat will return to NDC within 30 days. We are happy. We are grateful to Pandal people for their patience. We assure them that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will continue to do the goodies for them. We'll continue to do whatever we are doing and to make sure that
Onua FM
proper representation
95.1
of NDC is done in the Pandal constituency. We are grateful.
Openya yete ne kase woko NDC amanyokuo no emu a woni a wohwe abato so no woye opanyi kwankyerefo abedi akiri we deputy director of elections edema NDC amanyokuo no na ni nyina mu no wose abato ho nhyehyeye no se die si koye ewo Pandai ho no no won ehunu se ankoyi irregularities e ba ye pin sheet ne so se de na opese isi toto no antoto yi enti wode no warehyimu pa se de abato no si koya wodi mirika ebo dini ese wura Matthew Nyindam MPP ni na edi nkunim no na woni a NDC for de nunim se enya ade ye nokre enti no wo abotre pa se asem wode court no si ene ebekwa akɔwie wo se NDC for de wodi mra so pa
95.1
enti to no obesan akɔto no foforo nse MPP for ebu won ho pa de a ene wonhwɛ de wantu won akora mfansi abato na senya ade a enye saa obidi entwo ya edi enim guase bebre won pa ni nyina mu no yenko yenim na yenti opanyina won so wo yelo yeni a okasa de ma wura Matthew Nyindam no won wugina wo MPP amanyoku din mu a yibo ndin se wodi nkunim saa mri ya ye kasa yi wona wo mrahye bedwafie na wo ye mrahye bedwani de ma adehia ebo Pandai electoral area hono nti wona wo ye mrahye bedwani a wo tie adwa so sisi a Tamale High Court ahyese yensanso ento aba no foforo enu nti ono sinu lawyer ni ebra atemwe no eba saa no wonso wodi nsem bi sei atudwa.
Yes, today we finally came to receive the
Onua FM 95.1
Tamale Commercial Division on the frivolous petition filed by the Daniel Insala against the election of Honorable Matthew Nyindam as MP for Pandai. In the heat up to the trial, we heard of several things, and we didn't take them for granted. We believe that the petition was frivolous, but the court has decided otherwise. So we respect the decision of the court, but we strongly disagree with the judgment, and we have already shown our agreement by filing a competent notice of appeal, and we've added a motion for stay of execution. As a lawyer, if you have picked certain information, that judgment will be compromised.
Onua FM 95.1.
Come for the judgment with the notice of appeal in your packet. And that was exactly what I did. And I had a section of my client that he should be bold, whatever decision that is affirmed, because we knew that was what was going to happen. So it's not even surprising at all. And so the only fight left for us is to follow the due process of the law, and that is by filing a notice of appeal. This is my notice of appeal dated 24th November 2025 at 10:04. The motion for stay of execution is dated 10:13. Now the petitioner has been served with the process, and he decided to throw it away. But that's proper service. In law, if they serve you a process and you throw it away, the bailiff will only go and prove service by saying that you were served by you.
Onua FM 95.1.
For court, but that's for another day. But all I want to say is that we have accepted the decision, we respect it, but we disagree, and that is why we are marching forward to the Court of Appeal, where we believe that they will review the evidence on the record. For example, the evidence on the record is that every candidate was given a copy of the pink sheet. Now, the evidence on the record is that there was violence at the initially designated coalition center, which is Pandai. And now, once there was violence, the EC has the right to relocate the coalition center. Now, regulation 48 of CI 127 says that the absence of a candidate and his agent at the coalition center.
Onua FM 95.1.
So, if you came to court saying that there were issues to 41 police stations, what is the result of the collated, figures for those police stations that were not having issues? The NDC couldn't answer this in court.
Onua 95.1 FM menu siakase bosu eni opanya yete ni nkasisi ino ye friend Wura Sylvester Isang wona woye loyenia wojina mudiama mrahebedwani de ma Pandai abato mpasua ne so Wura Matthew Nyindam ne loyeni ne kasaye no wo say petition no a NDC ni de call ye na ye frivolous ehun hianya papa na no nim sa atemu ni se ya na bekoro enu ntino won wa femu de waboabo won ho dada ya wa ye friend
95.1
notice of appeal was wo kunyina nation botum enu nti notice of appeal ne kire sa atemu na e ba ye no wo de wone judge ni no enya adwene disagreement wo ho no mo enu nti wo san so de kɔ amiasan di ase no foforo afi so stay of execution atemu na e ba ye no entena ho ntwentwen ne na ase kɔpem se appeal no a won de koro no wo gidie wo mu se e ba e bekɔ ediama Wura Nyindam enu nti oloye ni a wojina mudiama Matthew Nyindam rahebedwani de ma Pandai enu mu asem na ye TCC ano yenko yenim ewo ensem foforo imu na yebo ha ya kwa kujina mu ewo Kufudua mpotemu a Kufudua lorry station yese ho no mu ehuru sei den wo ba Facebook nso abemsa mamfo edi ku jan abubo wonti ebibo wonsa wo tietiem na montene so a na eye bia yese ye ho no mu
95.1
Protwa Transport Union aha droba fo nkabo mu ku station bi e wo Kufudua won ho no mu na yeduru no yese disagreement bi wo ho no mu man so twi bi da won tam den eni ama no homene so a yen sori yentu mfiri ha ehun nsem no akọ yi bibre ya yen nsem twrofo aboabo no dia ba ye de emu enchichi mu no esum wo seyi yes sa kufuru bia lorry station hono no dabreman so twi bi eda amamfo no entem hono mu ebretintini a wonhwe enkaye ensisi dia sanso amani so ama yesi union for officer wo hono mu sisi ya tum we nyina emu aposifo ekọ hono mu senka won konkohwe na sa lorry station hono mu a ensem ekoso no won ko kanche mpanimfo se won to apum se de be ya obeka asem
Onua FM 95.1
local union leaders wo hono mu se nya de obema kwan ama aposifo no atoto wadan mu ifisi o yesa edi ehaw ebebre wadwuma a wo ye no ewo mpotam hono mu pa ni nyina mu no wo mu se national leadership adrobafo nkabomu ku kese ya ewo menyi mu no mpanimfo ensori waka na wonka asem ne se de be ya edi asomdwe ebeba kufurudua lorry station hono mu
that's how we say yes president Mahama and you say we are sunje hini wa ba ma nyina IGP yes so yes that bia we say police poro amoso munya order free what is what say they bia ma pa we free ha yeah engine this asa so we are sunje IGP and no buy we you pere yes so national security o me Ghana won sorry
Onua FM 95.1
Nunti die yete ne yasumo no eye koforidua empotemu honomo adroba fo nkabomuku ba ko a yesi asumdwi ni honomo peace protwa transport union won di no asumdwi soso na so kame akoyese wontwi eye agene ho ewo mpotemu honomo we eye wonua 95.1 FM yegina we so na yetwa ye ho tewu age aboafo enkrato ye ba ensem ni diaka ye de ebesomo montwen ye
Kaka mutubibeti yesi krombro nyabrei omuhu mutesa ubi.
Hello Ovia, you're from Felicia say find us in our class prefect. Mena me mid-morning show host of Ejuma on Onua 95.1 FM. Juma day AM Mondays to Friday 10 o'clock AM to 12 PM. What you say? And to stay glued. Obenya konkosa kakra, gist kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Yeah, Junemo.
Ebusiafo, me dey the Mrs. Matilda Ajoa Eduboaten. You don't know how friend me. Hey, to the J pounds na obesi maji me die me na me di ho chia me pay eye me down no pa bia Saturdays and 6:30. I go see 8 and no pa die. Me no fire or doni empna twemu kama se be ya ebe kama na akototin. Kai Onua 95.1 FM so die. Yeah no, yeah dwene ho pa. Enti no kaya ho na yendi doni ye ma enye fe.
Onua 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Yeah, Junemo.
Hello, midin de Ohima Echampoma, Onua Newsroom, Onua TV, Onua FM. Edwada ekopem fiade bia Onua yensem so me de enigide ensem semwa etwego wa befontentan so ene ne ekoso ewo ye entertainment industry mu metabiri ni nyina e de ba besel Onua 95.1 FM so ne memene danso minyamu hosa me di GH High Life tumedie eno so ebro Onua 95.1 FM so tumedie a eboyen High Life enwom e Ghana yankasa High Life enwom e wi de contemporary kakra ene afrobeat enwom ni nyina e de eba besomo memene da bia 2 ekokopem 5 mene wo echa agro ai dia agro konkonsa kakra enso ne namu ni nyina ndo somo e Onua 95.1 FM so Onua TV ene Onua FM de abibia ye kasa ye se ye twene ho pa
Onua 95.1 FM. 5.1 FM. Yeah, Junemo.
Hello Ovia, you're from Felicia say Fine girls in our class prefect. Me na me mid morning show host of Ejumejuma on Onia 95.1 FM. Jumedi a Mondays to Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 12 p.m. What you say? It is stay glued. Obenya konkosa kakra, gist kakra, music and dance so kakra. Bye bye.
Onua 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Yeah, Junimo.
Cultural say and 78
95.1
ewo entintan fidie Facebook ne so ba e ya like page no ema yen na afi wude wadwenche ato ho no mo ebe papa mu no ye bekenkan e dia mawo enu fi ho a na bo mia link ne so mia share ne so ten na enko ne nim se dia manfo bi hunu se mo ayeka de de bre we nyina ye twa ne mfoni egu Facebook ne so entima ho nye ha na bra ne emra medi kasubum yenko adekire ho nsem eso ukọ baby a yetete akyerɛkyerɛfo a ya eye College of Education no a yewo akyerɛkyerɛfo no nkabo mu kuyo ho no mo ya eye Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana yetwaniti a ye fe ni SITAC ɛna me ne wo kasa SITAC fo so wonya adwuma bi wo da wode won pen no bibie gu ho so obekɔ dem ho akɔ kyerɛkyerɛfo na de ama won so aba mountain so abekire ye mofra de ama yen sita force lalai
95.1
won konne nkokyina won buofu adenya wo se aginesie bi a ye National Labour Commission fo eni mpanimfo a akatena sie ye me kotonima abosome ni da neto so mienu na se aginesie ni hya ase eniema bi e wo sa aban ye fa ho ne boa won teacher fo no bi si ne aban mpese obeye eni nti sita force pam no twa no eno ane mache no wo tinte so kokko de akyera aban nti wo nkode mu nkonkokyera de enu nti wo ko strike e hya ase ni ya ne ese wo hwe colleges ahodo ni mukra no a wo bie school ncheye afenso exams enchi bia mofra no e ba abeye the teacher for na hye dateta ebreboni mu ene wo senya ade obekọ classroom akwakyera de kra enu nti SITAC for say won hwe ema ikuo ni ma obia enko classroom so akwakyera de ni nsunsanso ben ene de ebre woni a
Onua 95.1
Colleges of Education ni mu yensem tru ni ya wo Kumase news eye Kwame Yeboa wotisi montene so ekohwe colleges ahodo a ewa asante mante mu no ontwetwe nkomo sebo de makyerɛkyerɛfo kan nsunsanso ben ne de ebremu amane a Kwame Yeboa de ebesom ye no ye bobi de amamo.
Just this early morning, yeah, and you know who go on internet so say SITAC assign cost strike effectively from 24 for a day until yana yarding a basso say strike okay and the American found is here ya make say the classes and sheda active okay lectures no you need so many na aware of that until do na ya omonko for so
Onua FM 95.1
campus aye biche obia na baby nti ene na ya de posto na na report
nti ye nenam ha ne sa se say de ye bibia yera no ye kwa na ye ba ye kwa na ye baby mo kwa yo imagine say omo be kofi nti we de nkotojo ne gu form na ye sha ban ne say esra na ada onche ye teachers for ne ka ye lectures no mo mra class by cause it's not going to be okay say be nenam ha no kwa yeah
strike me there make I say and then no pay Machiana say SITAC for no cost price and the first night you know lectures need be a cancel every so any around but every so then about class everything is in session though but some lectures are not in campus a buy no a domona of a boy is a until you be nearby and nearby in so
Onua FM 95.1
but will be payment on school fees if you I provide your money I will say we are fully prepared for academics and to say but say your back to now so a teacher phone and I say or more some back share there no in one man a be high to a buy no and do na on one
enu nti SITAC for ya eye Colleges of Education wa church for nkabomu kua eni wo se wate atua won ko classroom no yen semtru ni kwame yeboa ene tc schools ahodo ni mu bie na wokɔgye adesuafo no enum asɛm de ebesom ye no yekɔ ensɛm fufuru mu na yenkonko gina Yira John Dramani Mahama president akachi na yinti nsɛm a wo ka sɛ ade a yefrɛ no accounting woni a wakwa kusua ade ebu nkonta na afi wo boaboa nsɛm wano
95.1
woni a utimisi enkontebu akiri emi ehunu sɛ akontebu a ɛkɔɔso no ekuyi anansa ankoye yefrɛ won auditing professionals ni ade no sa manfo ndwumadi Yira John Dramani Mahama sɛ yade a ehu hia pa eyi sɛ ba edwadie hu nsɛm mu a yidim sɛ bi mantem nyina akeka wo ho abomu a wo ye de efrɛ no African Continental Free Trade Area ya edwabo edwadie hu nsɛm de ɛkɔso pa enunti eni dwumadi bi akɔso wɔ nkranha ama Ghana mampanyin Yira John Dramani Mahama akwakɔ kasa wase ɛhɔ ɛno kɔ chichiri mu ɛsɛsɛ si yidi dwa akɔ yenim ni sikasɛm nyina naso de a na ene wɔne a ubu enkonta accountant ne ade no wɔn so ma wo home ne soe na wo dwumadi no abi mantem mufu nyina yintimi inya ɛso ɛmfa so pa
Ghana Mampeni John Dramani Mahama editu
Onua FM 95.1
Ghana ene abibiman nyina no yen daache ya egina yesikasem ene ntutu ho ensem ho no yentimi enhwe na yemuna bomfia emuyeni enwuso ewose yede enhyehye pa egu akwamu a ebeboa abibiman ama yesikasem ya ato ape ene sede enipa bi efa kwan bi so ema amanya hodo ehwere sika no ne nyina eto ebetumi atwa Mampeni John Dramani Mahama ekira na ene oba abibiman mu a niema hodo bi a ekoso ewo yesikasem ho etese ketasehye proye drimdie ne kankan wono efa enkuntrase edi sikasem ho dwa ene niema ahodo a se obi ekwa akoto edi ama abanya na wadwiri ekane bi edi agum aka ho no ne nyina eyade a ewose abibiman yetumi epe kwan ye befa so na yesi ano kwan na boa se de beya sika yehwere ewo abibiman mu enam enkrofo bi ensa so no ne nyina ebetumi atwa na
Onua FM 95.1
ewo kwesikoko ma so no ne nyina enso abrase.
Indeed, Africa needs greater convergence in accounting, auditing, and reporting standards, because this will improve comparability, promote cross-border investments, strengthen regional blocs such as ECOWAS, SADC, and EAC, and facilitate continental integration under the African Continental Free Trade Area. A future African Public Finance Charter could set a continental benchmark for transparency and fiscal responsibility. Digital tools are therefore essential, but people remain our greatest assets. We must invest in the next generation of public finance professionals.
Ana so afo abedi akira wo hwe yen sikasem so eye Owura Thomas Nyako Ampem
Onua FM 95.1
Owura atofo sinanem ekasa ye editudwa ekire se woba oman Ghana mu ene abibiman mu nyina eho abehia se yema yeni edaho na yetutu yesikasem yie se de beye beboa na yesikasem a empempi no ya na aye bibie ho no yetimi apekwan pa ye befa so na yesi ano kwan.
Over the last 10 months, Ghana has embarked on significant reforms to the PFM system. These include the reforms that introduces new and robust fiscal rules, strengthening of fiscal institutions, numerical threshold on debt levels, and amendments that link procurements to budget processes to prevent arrears accumulation. The results have been seen in remarkable turnaround in Ghana's public finances. Macroeconomic stability is strongly returning.
Onua FM 95.1
have significantly improved. Credit ratings have been upgraded. These gains reflect the bold, disciplined, and integrity-driven economic governance agenda championed by His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama.
Ewe we eyamane bo a yensem twireni Kwame Asante eboaboa no na wode ebesom ye kɔ ensem fufuro mu ye kwa akogina mu ewo weija gbagwe aban ayaresabia kese ya ewo mputam harmo yenim sɛ wokɔ asopiti na sɛ wokɔ kɔ ye surgery uye bia baby a was wo ya surgery no beda nenka a doctor for di wani edi wechire kakra ahwe ehunu se di si kro na ebre so a oma kwam wakro no ye surgical ward e wo hono mo a okọ asupiti akese mu a ye wo baby a ema eda na emema nso de nso eno nso eda nso ti wo female surgical ward ene ye wo male surgical ward ya eno no emum ya de ate ne ho nanso yeso kopie mu ewo weja gbawe hospital hono mo a entisa ayarfo a wakwakoye surgery ema ne meme nyina ya kan wo nyina abom foot to fly ene edu nyina egu dan ba komu yini male surgical ward ho ni ni emema surgical ward ene ni ema surgical ward ni nyina ye foot to fly ba kon ene bomu adanya yese akade ahodo edan ahodo a nkampanimfo bi sisi na aboa me yetimi ya chewmu ne bia kwa ha ne nka aboa no yese ebi ni hono mo kra emti mpanimfo a ewo weja gbawe hospital hono mo no eyade a wonso wode enchichirimu bi sei ema na yese training 95.1 akwa gibi ede egu ahomaso a wode esomye
Sasemi beto dwa ebrana Ghana jumtuni kase kwadwantwi ede empa ene ayaresabe mfidie bi koma weja bawe municipal hospital we eka na woda wodie no ehu bia eye enedwada owubo bosomede etoso aduonu nan medical superintendent o ayaresabia ho eye Dr. David Opon ochemu se womu wo baby ya operation ekoso na ifri afia yebesimi no wo mbenya baby ya obeye manso operation.
We have a surgical ward here, and God willing, from the beginning of next year, we'll have a female section. As it is now, it's another section about 5 beds. A female side. And this bed is going to serve us.
Onua FM 95.1.
Really, it's a new ward. You need a few more things like the tables and chairs, wheelchair, just especially for the ward, a computer and all that. But I mean, it's out there. If anybody wants to support, why not? But whatever it is, we are determined to make sure that next year, beginning of the year, that's female surgical ward will start.
Medical superintendent Awaya Resabiawo Dr. David Opon which you must say was kwan say afia ibesimu no obenya baby obeye ma operation and wechi and a maestro kwadwanchi editu just say we enye de edikan a wo yesa yedie amaya Resabia bi ewo maimu eyade a otaye pa.
My birthday means I need to do something for the people. Music can be born of air for the people. But little things that I do, like winning.
Onua FM 95.1.
Usha, we started here we started here years back when Dr. Sarpong was the head of Kolima. I was the first to donate to them for Heart Foundation. And my year, the ABB people came there, on better still for one it is something that I do from time to time. But on my birthday, what I need to do is to come to this place is home for me because maybe I'm a tech. And I had a penny fee. That's why I came here to do this.
Ewe we man bien semtwe ekuya sapoma sapoyo ena eboaboa no ede besom yen yeguso ede nsem esom mu na yigina eresabia ho ansemu yemfri weja bawe na yemra mesen enko empotamo efofra na de ekoso ewo Bindi Hospital sa asupiti yese ehanomo eye North East etifido empotamo nkomo na yenu ebui yesi asupiti no kane no na nkigina ne naso yi pa na nke ya manfo a ewo mpotamo ho no mo ena wonia nkasa emodini mu no utimi eboabo won ho ano ede hospital no ebebo ade nanso enam ehaw ba kuminu ya etete asupiti no amamfo aka senkempanimfo emremu won pese obeyi nti no eni asupiti no yesi enche bia anhwa ebesanso ase kra wosi brebi atwamu nenka aban kra behye se ebeya aban kasa beba bisum nenka waji asiesi bisine wahwe animu a ema ɛno nti yɛnsɛmtwerɛni Solomon Kwame Kanaluwi ɛne asopiti mpanimfoɔ ɛne kuroma akasa ɛfa saa asopiti ho a yɛde emu nkyerɛmu no ɛso mu sɛyɛ. Saa asopiti we ya yɛka ho asɛm no yɛsɛ ɛyade a ɛnkɛwɔ sitimi egyina hɔ no mu yie na ɛboa apomudine ho nsɛm paa ɛwɔ saa empotam ɛha no mo yɛsɛ bunkpurubu Nakpanduri district ni mu no we ene asopiti akegyina ne naso a ebetimi aboa wɔn enso yɛsɛ tibia ewu mu no sesei enye yɛsɛ dabre afe 2013 mu ɛna aban hyɛ wɔn bɔ sɛ wɔbɛgye asopiti no ho dwumadi afiri timamufoɔ no hɔ nanso besi ne no ɛnya ade a saa abɔhyɛ no atimi abamu sakra yɛsɛ sesei dakru bie nipa a ɛkɔ
asopiti 95.1
ha adunum ya ɛnya asɛm ketewa kra nenka ɛwɔ sitimi gyina hɔ boa ɛma empotam hɔ no no apomudine ho nsɛm timi gyina ne nan so. Yesi brebi atwa mu kra saa asopiti ɛno na yɛsɛ yɛbɔ na ba so sɛ the best hospital ɛwɔ mpotam hɔ no mu nyinaa northern region hɔ no mu nyinaa ɛne sɛ mpanimfoɔ sɛ saa breedi atete apansam a ɛyɛ agyegu kra ɛno nti wɔsɛ aban atwi nani ɛde ama wɔn enti bra so sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wɔyɛ bibi de fa ho.
We have seen that the government doesn't listen to us. The district assembly doesn't listen to us. I can see that buildings here, they are all dilapidated. And this is the only hospital feeding the two districts. Bunkpurugu Nakpanduri district, Yunyo Nansuan district,
95.1
and beyond. So we are appealing to the government to come to our aid.
Yesi ede ayaresa ene ayarehwe ema adehia ewo echichi ni bencheye bunkpurubu napanduri yunyo afi nansua mpotamo adehia wo chereponi enso ebeja ayaresa ewo ehanomo yesi ekeka ekọ garutimpani afi Ghana ni Togo hye so honomo yesi nipadum kura efi Togo eba saa asopiti hanomo ya enkoba beje ayaresa ene ayarehwe ewo hanomo nenso wose aban atwi nani kra enya ade a adankra afoforo ya ewo senkotimi si eboa no ebisi ne otimi esi ba konkra ede ama wo.
It is an eyesore because what was handed to government, that is what is still there. Government hasn't done anything to improve upon the pediatric.
Onua FM 95.1.
We are appealing to government to come and look at the plight of the children and to help us have a very conducive area for the children.
Afi yesi we nyina akiri no so be gina baby akasa telephone network eno so nye ewo mpotam hanmo.
We need telecommunication network in the hospital. As we speak now, nurses, teachers being posted to Bindi, they leave the place. Why? Because they don't have stable connectivity that they can also do their Zoom meetings and whatever that they want. So we are pleading with government to support the hospital so that we can get stable network.
CCD addition sempeni mfonye bibi pa ansa na asopiti no enya agye ne ho na ede oyuni abre amamfo no. Onua 95.1 FM Menunsia Ekase Bonie bra Facebook ni so na nsemo edi som wo nyina no bra behwe emfuni na etwagu no ebi oba like page no emaye na fa comment no eto ho afi nso mi a share no so na link no entimi enko nenim ye ba abigina mu ewo bono mantem no emu ya ba abigina Doma Central empotamo enkane ne nka dwumaku bi ho no mu ani gina ne naso pa na ye frɛ no Doma Good Village yesina efa mabunu bebre ema wutimi boa ema wonsa ekowano saa empotam ho no no na wubi a enuaton ehu dwuma na wudi woton tabo ya ye de bodan so e de bompata esi adan eye saa dwumadie bebre na nka yese mabuna ewu mu no ebebru bese ahenum kra ene ade nanso yesi fi bese afi 2016 ni mu e de bepim ni no dwumaku no ya ade esi ni trase na akwa ahokyiri mu a mabuna ye dwuma ho mu nyina no wo nyina ahwete empanimfo a ewo Doma Wood Village ano woni ye sentwerefo kasa sa ban enhwe na nka wonye bibi ebeboa ma dwumaku no asanso etimi agina ne nan so na aboa na emebunu etimi enye nwuma aye ewo mpotam ho
amai ama Doma ma gija because bunu as a whole no
adwuma bia ni ho a ebetuma fa population chain timber market ana Doma Wood Village nti dia ya nka ne kese dia be hire ni se sia ne enya sa ya wie ba aba omo hye bo so mbebie market na maye nti e wa atwen mu se mbebie na meka ne nyina se afo kakraka da hai 92 hectares na ya ye no anua nko a wo hye de nua no background city na se ya de nyina tie aban bia ni ho wa ma esika individual bia ma ye bosia da ya tu ana ma akwa aban even where ban loan no kwa mo de ma 95.1 aban na boa ye na ka ye nya bi previous no omo chama individual ye nko Doma Village omo ma ye nti e be sa aban se so no ankasa kro nya mo amfa mo ya where ban loan ni de afi de ya twen se o ma hwe enu no ma ye bi ni enu de aka no so because ya wa asase a be se 400 acres a bi de ni ma ye bi akọ
nipa oni yen etwetwe enkomoi wona wo yedwantenani edema Wood Village edwumaku no a ni din ene Owura Prince Kwaku agi ensem no okan bi so esesa aban timi tie on sufre na so beboa wo madwuma ni gina ne nan so a ebetimi aboa de akonya ama emebunu ya ewo mpotam ho no mo woni a wonya nwumanye se de be ya wonso ubinya nwuma aye
Onua FM 95.1
ya de enko wura mi ntwadua me ya megina me enko forest enko twadua metifie a bi wo mapata obi a ya member bia wona pata ye kwa ye ba lo so a ya hyemra ye woko nim sese obi freche ko forest na omo kina ye kwa ye panifu friko num 2 sa wonya case bia se ye nche nko tum vodua ho a ko no mbanyifo ye support ndi ya ma ho ema ye de ni se ye de ye ho okotimba ni we ho no ma odua odi kakra beguo na obi nso abeto na odi abone danzo obi nso abeto na odi akoye nkondwa ndi ye de ye didwa ye wo dwama ye di edwa se timber market bia tenkran de oti kumase sokoban de oti techiman e didwa no ye de wo dwa ni matem bia ba bia
afi yensanso enti gusu ejina Doma Wood Village ehun komo a yenemo etwetwe no emu na edwamtenani a wonso woka edwumaku hu bi wode wono ne de ne se yebedua enwia ame forest asanso ejina ne nan so wo ye chairman in charge of afforestation at Doma Wood Village no Yewura David Yeboa wonso woni ensentwerefo ekasaye se ohiamwa enunti abanbra meboa wonfisa forestation no a wo fa so die due nwia amenwia abane die sa adwumadi ndie gyan nan so enunti akase mpanimfo so be bibia wode ebeso wasene pa
se baby edru no yasana ababim wo so be wura mu a yasana ababim se yasana be ye market ni bi Wood Village no Doma Wood Village na guye no yasana abekanya no a sa wo ko babia ye adwuma na say a proper why we be your office name nyina and you said yes mpanyifo especially the mama mpanyifo bravo mpanyifo Ghana man mpanyifo
Onua FM 95.1
mama say ebra ye market ne guye no bra no mo opposition no ye dia sembe to manim e mo tu ni pa man be pia market no potem mo bia juma bi na ba bia na eso chen say mo si nti mo shebo say kwambia so and this papa wa we be market na mai intine ya sana ba abekanya ya ho echire de yesu ye de inside ye enti abu sanfo e be stress nka mungina yetim poiso eni ye ni so de hu se sanne market samba bima kwaye bi da ho anado ma hina da no ma my 400 acres
we opinion ya friend David Yeboa wo ye chairman edema Doma Wood Village no won wo hwe inwedua eho ensem so yenko ade a ye friend say sexual abuse e wo kasamu say obi hwe obi ene no ada wotu obi mona abofra wonyanyini ye yesi obi akoto ache no so wasese no ene ade sexual abuse yesi ya ade ekoso pa e wo my Ghana mu hanomo dane da obete ho ensem woni a wonim de afutu bi ema ese wo yoba wo ya abofra obi tete wo sa akwan no so a enka wanu ntum kasa bramonten so na kasa boposi fo amane bopanyi bi amane se de be ya wo fa nhye wo ho na enkofo yuni emrebo sa ensemi ekubi a ye friend Innova DB Ghana wɔne ekuo baako a yɛfrɛ no Family Renaissance International ɛna ɛdi dwumadi bi ato dwa a yɛn nsɛntwerɛfoɔ akɔ akɔpii mu hɔ nom na wɔde ɛho amanebɔ ɛbrɛ yɛn.
Innova DDB Ghana any Family Renaissance International and Akabomwa what they campaign and as a
Onua FM 95.1
Accra High School and Crime Pumpuni Mantem Nina say what Nini Mebunu a dinkita home said the Bia Obenya Kukodro anyone was show mokete any omo enya empemu agro and now what they want sa ekeka baby any who kwansa what they want sa ekeka no wobetimi apa wo hontoma ne wabo mudin na ewiase afa na nyina ehu nyamna sama wode edi wom creative director ewa Innova DDB Ghana Audrey Quay editor Onua Kasebo enim ewo dwumadie na sese eye sanchechede wode abey wo pese wode eba na Ghana fo nyina esori waka ne wode wanu etum sese ne yefe no sexual abuse no ana sa wo hye obi keten na o ma ho kwan na no benya empemu agro no akosoro
campaign where they raising awareness and I guess also they connect victims to support into campaign where you were
95.1
so you were psychologists was what yeah they bag palano in times of situations like this into basically call them out no yeah cashier will be say obi be reporting be mouth say yeah I was say won't believe Aqualano over the you know the abuser call them out no and victims and I say I'm calling out abusers, but we are also calling on the government agencies and the bodies, the law entities and the security services to pay attention to some of these disclosures because it's a very big issue.
Pehine kwantrefo a oda Family Renaissance International no Reverend Kathleen Emmanuel and ode atu edwase eya na ya hometepa se oba oman Ghana mu a anka wona ya show mo ni titru ne ema emebru ne maiwa ya show mo keten na emfi won pem
na woni 95.1
won anka sese ye bo wo ho ban.
Child sexual abuse is one of the greatest injustices a child can face. It destroys trust. It steals peace. It leaves invisible scars that can last a lifetime if left unchecked. To call them out means refusing to stay silent when a child's safety and future are at risk. To our parents and guardians, you are the first line of defense in your child's world. Create open conversation at home. Listen without fear of judgment. Teach body safety and boundaries in ways they can understand.
Headmistress
Onua FM 95.1
Evelyn Sagbeo Nabia enso editu dwase de enti a o ma ho kwan na Accra High School no wo beye sa dwumadie e wo ho se na nsentemu no wo hwe se de wo hye emayiwa kete ni omo eda na wo enfi wo pemu na eye akosoro e na biem no so no eye school mu hoda sa ensem ne bi asia wode wonan asi fom a enei wode sankofo no akwa police station na so de akoma police force won hwehwe ensem no emu
yenim say enkwara na ye hwe no omunya mmofra omunso nya mpanyifo nanso niema bebre wo ha ha wo hwe omuniema bebre a etamba ya report a meje wo every counselor ho comprehensive report utimi hu say sexual abuse ebi ka ho ebi omuno omunya nkofo ebi efrifie ebia wo famu ana omo na omo brothers and omo cousins ebi munso etimi ba say ebia a teacher for a church for na was so much no so omo ka asem bi mu omo a enya asem a enfata
ewe we eye amanebo a efa sa ensem no ho ne ensem twuni akosu asabia somni eboaboa no ayede ebesom no ewe don hwe ba ko entem kasebo a mede ebesom no eha no mo ena mede esi yede obibia ase misi mufo ene owura William Esiedu na me nuaba Ella efi yi ene de me call Facebook no so a utwa me etumu ene enwumre technician on duty eye me nuapanyi Daniel Dela ya wo chinchim efidie na ma me kama wa wo je bre na wutie me donhwe ba ko entemu no wo nso me de aseda kese e ma madam nyina ase
Onua FM 95.1
enitia enyado ye frɛ me Abubakar Sarpong ebre foforo ye besanso ehia